Hi everyone, I'm Simon from Sterling Coaching and welcome to this week's Monday's Moments video in which I'm going to move on from the one-page personal plan that we discussed last time and talk about today my plan that I had to be fitter at 50 than I was at 40. See you in a moment. Way back, 13 years ago, when I was 40, I set out my one-page personal plan. And the coach that I had at the time in my construction business got me to sit down and got me to look at the 10-year goals that I wanted to set for myself. And one of them was around fitness, if you remember those sections down the left-hand side. And my goal, because I'd suffered with a bad back for so long, for 10, 15 years, I walked with a limp. There were certain things that I couldn't do. I struggled to sit for long periods. When I used to sit down for a long time and then stand up, I was like a Neanderthal man. It took me 10, 20 steps to get upright. I set a personal goal to be fitter at the age of 50 than I was when I set it at the age of 40. Now, time passed and things went on. And when I got to 50, it didn't feel like I was much fitter. I turned 50 in the December. I had some x-rays in October, November. I went for the results of those x-rays in January, just after I turned 50, and realised and was told that I'd got to have a complete left hip replacement, which went horribly wrong. The surgeon broke my hip, but he did an amazing job of putting everything right. And at the time, it didn't feel that I was certainly fitter at 50. But by looking at my personal plan just a couple of weeks ago and reviewing it and starting to look at what the next 10 years are going to look like and what the next 3 to 5 years and 1 year and 90 days are going to look like, I realised that I thought I'd missed out on it, but actually I hadn't, because I reflected on my plan. I reviewed my plan. And then I realised that the universe, whatever you want to call it, faith, certainly my faith, had got me to the point in which, in hindsight, looking back, I actually was fitter at 50 by having that hip replaced. I can now walk 10 miles. I can do things that I couldn't do. I've got mobility in my hips that I didn't have before. And most importantly, that 20 years of having continuous physio on my back, having walking with a limp being recognised as my trademark walk, people could tell me from a distance. All of that backache, all of those problems with my lower back went in the instant that my hip was replaced. So as I took time to reflect and review on my plans, I realised that actually I had achieved a plan. I was actually fitter at 50 than I was at 40. And now I've got a new plan. I've got a 5-year plan to be fitter at 55 than I was at 50. So at the moment, I'm trying to get fit and I'm trying to get to that point where I really want to get to in my well-being and in myself. So Monday's Moments video today is about not just creating your plans and your one-page plan. It's about setting those lofty goals, as I did, to be fitter at 50 than I was at 40. But then to stop, take some time, review those plans and reflect on the success of those plans. Because if we look deeper into those plans, very often we either have achieved them or we got a lot closer than we have done and would have done if we hadn't have set those plans in place. So I encourage you, as I did last time, to create your one-page personal plan. But now I encourage you that have had any kind of plans, whatever those plans might be, particularly as we get towards the end of the year as I record this video, look at the plan, reflect on it, review it, and just take some time. Work out how close you were to your goals. And that's it for this week's Monday's Moment. We'll carry on with more things from a personal planning point of view in next week's Monday's Moment. And of course, if you want to know what to fix in your business that will help you get that balance, that lifestyle congruence of yourself and what your business gives yourself, then go to the Fix This Next assessment. It's a free assessment and you can take it 15 minutes, 25 simple questions at www.sterlingsfixthisnext. Bye until next week.